Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Innovators in television wrestling with split screen, instant replay, and other technical firsts. The program voted #1 by the Wrestling Writers Federation. Join us now for a fast-paced competition of professional wrestling featuring the top stars from the world's largest governing body, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Hello, Charlie Platt. Welcome you once again to Southeastern Championship Wrestling. And we've got an outstanding hour lined up for you. First of all, the big news is the big tournaments and prizes, pole battle royals, elimination matches that will be taking place in the next couple of weeks here in the Southeastern wrestling area. A lot of prize money will be given away, and we'll bring you up to date on all those big matches coming up in the next hour. My pleasure to welcome from Memphis, Tennessee, is my special guest commentator today, Randy Hales. Good to have you in the Southeastern area.
Hey, Charlie, it's great to be here with Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Best action in the world. And today we will see Mr. Olympia. The U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, Bill Ash, will be here. We will see Lord Humongous and Idol and Pork Chop Cash. What a Southeastern Championship Wrestling program this week.
All coming up in the next hour on Southeastern Television Wrestling. And we've been talking for quite some time about a lot of problems taking place in the Southeastern wrestling area, and a very close look that Bob Geigel has been taking a very close look that Bob Geigel has been taking on the Southeastern area because of some of the problems caused. I'd like to welcome out now the troubleshooter and head referee for the National Wrestling Alliance, Mr. Ronnie West.
Thank you, Charlie. It's a great pleasure to be back in the Southeastern area. I tell you what, you got some of the most competition here you ever see. Mr. Bob Geigel has gave me a strict run to him. And I tell you what, I'm going to be watching these matches very close.
You have a direct line to Bob Geigel, and he's been taking a close look at the Southeastern area for quite some time. You have many duties. #1 will be reporting to him on what is taking place in professional wrestling under the banner of the National Wrestling Alliance here in the Southeast. And, you know, while you're here, Ronnie, before we go any further with this conversation, a lot of the problems that have been caused in recent weeks here in the Southeastern area have been from one particular individual. And he is one of the greatest all-time wrestlers, Ron Fuller. But lately, Mr. Fuller has taken a role of management. He sent in a special message today. And right now, I want for you and the fans at home to hear the comments of a Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller.
You know, the National Wrestling Alliance is just like the old Tennessee stud, baby. We're all over the world. Now, there's been so many people back in the Southeastern area concerned and wondering where the stud is in his world travels. I've been back to the States a couple times and right back out again. Now, I know what's going on in the Southeast. As you can see today, I'm here in Singapore and Malaysia. And I'm finding some tremendous talent. In fact, I hope you're listening to this, King Louie, because I've got a man for you, a new man. Now, I know Olympia's run off Mr. Russia, and he's out of the picture. So I'm not concerned about him anymore. Mr. Russia is gone. But this man, he's going to make things hot in the Southeast, if you get my drift. I want to tell him who it is, but I know that you like to pop him with surprises there, King Louie. And since you're cracking the whip, and I got to say you're doing a good job, you got 2 of the belts, and I know you're going to bring me that third, that Continental Championship and the Triple Crown. But I'm sending you this man, and you know, and I know, and everybody there in the South. In fact, Bob Armstrong, you should pay special attention to this new man, because you're going to find him to be a hot one, too. Mr. Olympia, you might have gotten rid of Mr. Russia, but this is one man you will not be getting rid of. He's going to be getting rid of you. And as far as my stable is concerned, like I said, I'm on a world tour. I'm sending you this man now, King Louie, and everybody's going to agree he's quality, and I'm still looking. I'm going to be sending you others, too, until I get my Triple Crown and until I accomplish all the things I want to accomplish. Everybody's going to see. Now, I want you to bring that camera in here real tight. Just bring it. You know, this Singapore camera crew you sent me here speaks about as much English or understands as much as Austin Idiot and Bob Armstrong and that group. You don't know what I'm talking about. Well, it's no matter. In the Southeast, they'll understand. I know they wanted to get one real good shot of me. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm eating good. Traveling and seeing the world and seeing the very finest in wrestling talent all over this world. And you can bet people back home that I'm going to be sending them to you, King Louie. Just keep cracking the whip, baby. I want that Continental title. I want all those titles. I want to be the Triple Crown manager. Now I'm finished with you, camera crew.
Man, you got to keep an eye on.
That's right. Now I know why the NWA went ahead and sent me here early, because there are lots of things happen here in the Southeastern area. Like I said, I've got a list of names, and lots of people's names are on that list, and I have the direct line to Mr. Bob Geigel.
Great to have you in the Southeastern Wrestling area, Ronnie West. Right now, let's get our matches underway today. A lot of great action coming your way in the next hour, and here's Randy Hales.
We are about ready to go with our opening match on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. It will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit, one fall 10, at 212 pounds from West Palm Beach, introducing Dave Foxx. His opponent now, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 230 pounds, Mr. Olympia.
Mr. Olympia taking on Dave Foxx. This is our opening match on Southeastern Television Wrestling today. Still to come, action from the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, Bill Ash. And we'll also be taking a look at the Lord Humongous in action, part of the Tennessee Stud stable, now handled by King Louie Tillet. Idle and Cash against 400 or 700. Let me back up and get that one right. Austin Idle and Pork Chop Cash against a 740-pound team out of Chicago known as the Bruise Brothers. And they are two large individuals, wouldn't you say, Randy?
I would say so. Bruce Brothers, saw him back in the back, Charlie. Total weight of about 740 pounds. Looking forward to that match a little later. Mr. Olympia looking very good, that arm bar.
Clamping down with the pressure on Dave Foxx out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Mr. Olympia certainly has proven a big point to not only the fans in the area and Ron Fuller and King Louie Tillet, but also to himself that was a lot of question, was he able to, or was he prepared to come back to action in the Southeastern Wrestling area. He did return to action much before the time that his doctor had wanted him to, but he has completed his task of ridding the area of Mr. Russia, better known as Boris Zherkov. And Mr. Olympia now finding a very feisty Dave Foxx out of West Palm Beach.
He's coming back on him. Mr. Olympia took some punishment. Dave Foxx ducks back again. He picks him up, Charlie, has him up high, and slams him down. What a slam. 1, 2. He got him, Charlie. Mr. Olympia.
It's all over. Winner of the match from Pensacola, Florida, Mr. Olympia. This is our opening match on Southeastern Television Wrestling today. Still to come, a lot of great action, as we mentioned, plus a special demonstration. Bob Armstrong and his sleeper hold. He will be demonstrating that a little later on. And Mr. Olympia, we ask you to join us at the desk and Bob Armstrong for a very specific purpose. I'm sure on the monitors you've heard the comments of the Tennessee Stud, though.
Well, he says he's got a new man, and he says he's late and great, the greatest man on earth. Let's see who he is. I'd like to see.
All right, let's go to the videotape with King Louie and the introduction of the newest member of the Stud stable.
I'm excited. I can't stand it anymore. The Stud has told you that I had a new man. The Stud has told you that he's given me somebody to take care of the Olympia, and also Bob Armstrong. And so now, I guess I can light my cigars. Maybe somebody would please come out and light the cigar for me. My God, how do you like it? Huh? Things are going to get hot on here.
Things are definitely going to get hot, and that goes for every wrestler in this area.
Especially Armstrong.
Well, the Flame is certainly no stranger to Southeastern Wrestling or Bob Armstrong.
Let me just say this about the Flame. He's no good. He's rotten to the core. He's burned his grandmother for a $1 bill, and I, for one, don't want nothing to do with the Flame. He can get out of here and be history.
Well, I do. I want something to do with the Flame. He comes in, a lot of people say he's the only masked man. At least he says that. No, I'm the masked man around here. I know you burning people. I got it one time when I didn't expect it. But I know, and I'm going to be watching this time. Count on it, Flame. I'll be here.
A lot more great action to come on Southeastern Television Wrestling. You stay with us.
Spring means love.
But the stud came across. He brought me one of the most vicious men in wrestling today. As a matter of fact, one of the best single masked men around today. And we have a double mission. Number one is to get rid of that Mr. Olympia. Then we also have that big battle royal, the pull for the money. And you know, we like money. And the third team, one more thing. Bob Armstrong, it's sweating time for you because you know all about the Flame. And Flame, tell them how we're going to get the money.
We have to, because we don't climb to get anything. We bring it to us, and if I have to, I'll heat that pole and I'll make things so hot in there, we'll bend that pole right over, and King Louie, you can just reach up and pluck that money right
And
out.
I love it that way. The easiest, the better. But Armstrong, sweat.
Bob Armstrong's with me now, and Bob, you should be somewhat of an authority on the Flame because at one time you were his tag team partner.
Well, it's a man I don't want anything to do with. I'll say Louie Tillet got it right when he said he's one of the most despicable, treacherous men in professional wrestling, because that man would burn his own grandmother for a $1 bill. And I can imagine what he'll be trying to do with a pole with a $10,000 check strapped to the top of it. Now, he's made a statement we've heard through the grapevine. When he's in an area, nobody else wrestles with a mask. He's the only single wrestler who's going to be there. So he's going to take on Mr. Olympia right away. And I got some tips from Mr. Olympia because, like you're right, I used to be the man's partner. And before my accident, and I had a complete turnaround, we did a lot of bad things together. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want anything to do with the Flame. Keep him out of my way, and I'll be climbing that pole for $10,000 Thursday night.
It's a big night of pro wrestling in Montgomery, Alabama at the Civic Center this coming Thursday night at 8 o'clock, headlined by the $10,000 pole battle royal.
We are ready to go with this match, ladies and gentlemen. It will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit, one fall 10. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Paris, Arkansas at 225 pounds, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, here is Bill Ash. We are waiting, ladies and gentlemen, for the opponent. Let's go down to Charlie.
For me, I know it's not scheduled, but I'd like to challenge Bill Ash. You know, I am a top contender.
We just received word that Bill Bronson, who was supposed to wrestle Bill Ash, is in Montgomery, and I think it's fine. As far as I know, it is okay. We do have a substitute in this match, and
the challenge has been made, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back down to the desk with Bill Ash.
I'm supposed to wrestle John Branson. Where's he at? That's the man I'm supposed to wrestle. Get him out here.
He's been held up in Montgomery, Alabama. Mr. Branson is held up in...
Excuse me, Mr. Ash. You know as well as I know, when your opponent don't show up, the promotion has the right to appoint anybody they want to wrestle your match.
I'm not wrestling this, man. I don't care what you or the promotion says.
Hey, the promotion has the right to put... Hey, Charlie, can I use your phone? This is my first problem right here. So I'm going to call Mr. Goggle right now.
It's either him wrestle or forfeit the match.
That's right.
Wait just a minute. Now, let's consider this. All right, I'll wrestle this man today. But don't you get in my case again, Ronnie West. Take it any way you want, but you better take it as a warning. Don't you stick your nose in my affairs again. I don't like this, and this isn't the end of it.
It's to the ring. The match is on. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent coming in at 222 pounds from England, Scott McGhee.
All right, Scott McGhee returning to Southeastern Television Wrestling today, and is going to be substituting. Mr. Ash obviously does not like substitutes, but I think Ronnie West certainly got the man straight on that little story as far as to what the promotion has the right and does not have the right to do in the case that a man does not show up for a match. It's very simple. You send in a substitute, and just because Scott McGhee is a former U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion doesn't make, wouldn't make it him not be a good substitute in this match.
Bill Ash had a fit, didn't he, Charlie? Let me tell you something. Scott McGhee, as you said, the former champion, Ash sends him to the ropes. Man, what a shoulder tackle.
I don't know if you're familiar with Bill Ash, Randy, but Mr. Ash has a history of having fits. He really has a problem controlling his temper from time to time.
I am familiar, Charlie, with Scott McGhee. What a super wrestler with a great style from England.
Ash now, I'm sure, very cautious of his opponent, going outside of the ring ropes for a breather, and Ash, once again, a master of strategy in that ring. You never know where the man's coming from. He is lightning fast on his feet. Good takedown. Ash, again, showing a little bit of flaring temper. And he knows, as well as the fans at home here at ringside, and Randy and I know what Scott McGhee is capable of doing. And, you know, snapmare takedown by McGhee. McGhee, whoa, going with that, driving that knee right into Bill Ash. Ring veteran Bill Ash going for that bottom rope to break it up. But McGhee, Randy seems to be wanting Bill Ash in more ways than one. He's got that U.S. Junior title on his mind because for a long time, Scott McGhee held the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship.
That's true, Charlie, and he's holding that left arm bar. You better watch Bill Ash. He'll bend the rules and break the rules. You can better believe that. But Scott McGhee, as he takes him down a super takedown and he bars that arm again, look at Bill Ash. That's what I was talking about, Charlie. He took the hair, and now he's round behind with the hammerlock.
Ash going right into his man. Chancery trying to be hooked by Scott McGhee. Referee Larry Brock calling for a break in those ring ropes, but not before Mr. Ash gets a couple of good shoulders in there. Good reversal by McGhee. Up for a back body drop. And now, Mr. Bill Ash certainly going to have to use that little computer in his mind to find out how to get out of this one.
That's true, Charlie. He's in trouble as Scott McGhee looking very good. He drops a knee. Bill Ash is in deep, deep trouble right now. And once again, McGhee drops. He might be able to get a pin right now, Charlie.
McGhee going right back to that left arm, clamping down with the pressure.
See how he has a twist? Charlie really putting some pressure on him.
That shoulder and that joint in the arm, I know. It's just so much that Ash could take of that before he would have to submit. Oh, look at that.
Brawl City now.
Scott McGhee going to the second ring rope, crashing down with that knee into the chest, and that'll certainly shorten the oxygen supply to Bill Ash.
He came back, Charlie, out of that corner with a big elbow. Bill Ash drives a knee to the midsection, really putting some punishment, hammering down on him. Scott McGhee now sent into the turnbuckle, and he's in trouble.
Bill Ash taking him head first into that turnbuckle on the far side of the ring. Ash with a quick snapmare takedown. Now as Ash using the knee into the chest area. Oh, Scott McGhee comes right out of it. And as Randy said a moment ago, a brawl has erupted between these two, but there's a lot of history behind the feud of Bill Ash, Scott McGhee, and the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship.
We have a great match going here, Charlie. Scott McGhee sends him into the turnbuckle. Bill Ash hits hard. Oh, he drives out hard.
McGhee. McGhee really going after Bill Ash, boot to the head. And Scott McGhee certainly has the approval of most of the fans here at ringside, and his continuous attack on Bill Ash.
That's a good comment, Charlie. Very important. The crowd 100% behind him, and that is very important that he caught him with a beautiful flying drop kick.
Ash all but out of it at this point in the match. There goes a knee. Ooh. A knee right into the arm of Bill Ash. Now going after that hand.
Ash tried to roll out of the ring, Charlie. Scott McGhee after him. The referee, Larry Bronk, right on the action. And he is really putting it to that hand of Bill Ash.
Look at that. Ash comes back with that elbow that starts it off. And now using the boot on Scott McGhee. Pounding away at McGhee right now. Ash takes his man up. Full body slam. Now it's Bill Ash with a boot to the forehead of Scott McGhee. 2 count. Oh, almost a pin, but Scott McGhee powers out.
Very close, wasn't it, Charlie? He almost had him. Bill Ash comes in again. The big power forearm, but Scott McGhee comes back with it. They're trading blows right now. That one about took his head off.
And look at this.
Crowd getting on to Bill Ash, Charlie, as Scott McGhee goes for that suplex, standing up, slams him down hard, and he's on the ropes, uses the ropes, and he's down on the cross of him, and this may be it. What do you think, Charlie?
This could do it for the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion here on television. Almost, but
close.
Ash, ooh, just did get out of that one. 2 count again, but he powers out. Whoa, what was that?
I've never seen that before, Charlie.
I have never. Ash driving that fist right into Scott McGhee. Ash with a good forearm, another forearm by McGhee. And once again, all-out brawl erupting. Look at that, going to the air again. Scott McGhee putting Ash down on the canvas.
He's looking very good. One of the best drop kicks in professional wrestling. Sends him in. That big power slam, Charlie. 1, 2. Oh, man. Count of 2, and once again,
Ash,
so close.
Ash with that left shoulder managing to get it up enough off the mat to prevent the 3 count. And what is this?
Is it a half crab or Boston crab?
It is some variation of the Boston crab. I don't know.
Looks like the half crab to me, kind of, Charlie. A submission hold for sure.
And Ash. Oh. What it. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute, right.
60 seconds. All right. Down to the time limit with 1 minute left. What a battle with 9 minutes. 9 action. Solid fighting.
Good drop kick. 2 count, and look at that. Bill Ash using that hand on the bottom ring rope.
I've thought Scott's had him several times.
Several near pins for Scott McGhee on Bill Ash, and then again, handed to the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's had McGhee in trouble several times in this match.
Count of 2 again. Almost had a count of 3.
2 count, and he powers out.
Both men looking
just
very
a
good.
Few seconds left in this match. Head first into that turnbuckle. McGhee again going a full body slam on Bill Ash. Driving that knee into the upper chest, and there's the bell. A 10-minute time limit has expired in this match.
This match will be declared a draw, right, Charlie?
It is a draw. There you see Scott McGhee and Bill Ash. Wait a minute. Ash obviously does not want this match to end. And
caught him from behind.
Elbow. 2 times on top of the head now. Bill Ash finds his way out to the floor. Wait a minute, the Nightmare coming in here.
Look out.
He's coming in and starting to work on Scott McGhee, both the Nightmares. And there, Bill Ash now directing them. Wait a minute, here comes the Rat Patrol Incorporated. And they begin to go to work on the Nightmares out here on the floor. In the ring, Scott Armstrong, nailed. Bill Ash, they're down.
What a brawl, Charlie. Everybody in here.
And we'll be back with more of Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment. I'd like to welcome to Southeastern Championship Wrestling a gentleman whose name has become synonymous with NWA headquarters. He's a troubleshooter for the National Wrestling Alliance and senior referee for the National Wrestling Alliance, sent to the Southeastern area by NWA President Bob Geigel. Ronnie West, good to have you back.
Thank you, Charlie. It's a pleasure to be back in the Southeastern area. Taking a look at things that happen here in Southeastern wrestling, I see what Mr. Bob Geigel has been talking about. It's already started, and I see in the future there are going to be some problems here, but we're hopeful. I'm going to stay in touch with Mr. Geigel day to day, and there will be some changes made.
A lot of things have taken place, Ronnie, as you just mentioned momentarily. Coming up in the next 2 weeks, and this is why I'm personally glad to see you here, in the next 2 weeks, more prize money and prizes will be given away here in the Southeastern wrestling area than in the history of probably pro wrestling anywhere, because you're looking at pole battle royals, $10,000 in one night, elimination tag matches with trophies and $10,000, big double Bronco tournament where two 1985 Ford Broncos customized will be given away. And this causes very tough competition, and you're here to keep everybody on their toes as far as bending those rules.
That's right. The competition is going to get hot and heavy here because, like you said, there are $10,000 involved. That's lots of money. Pole battle royals, double Bronco matches coming up for the Broncos. I know I'm going to have to be on my toes as well as the wrestlers are going to be on their toes for these important matches.
Well, I can say personally we have seen Ronnie before here in the Southeastern wrestling area. He does make a difference. His presence here in the Southeastern wrestling area, and of course NWA President Bob Geigel, knowing the situation that's coming up in the next 2 weeks and the weeks to come, the big summer extravaganzas will be popping up. Ronnie West is the man to have in the driver's seat as far as troubleshooting in the Southeastern wrestling area. Welcome back to Southeastern Television Wrestling. Today I have in the ring with me the Continental Heavyweight Champion, Bob Armstrong. Last week on this program, Bob, you won a match here in the ring with the use of the sleeper hold. You've won several matches in the arenas recently by using the sleeper, and this has caused a protest from King Louie Tillet.
Well, right away he started screaming chokehold, Charlie. He says the bullet's using a chokehold. That's why I'm here today, and I want to thank Larry Brock for volunteering. I want to demonstrate this sleeper hold, and so I hope King Louie is watching in the stud, wherever he's at in this world. I'm going to show him that it's not a chokehold and demonstrate exactly how we do it, if that's all right with you.
Before we get underway, we'd like to remind any youngsters watching at home, this is a professional hold that is used by professional wrestlers. It is not to be played with.
That's right. Don't play with this hold because it's hard to bring a man around. It could be dangerous. So I really thank you, Larry, for you'll step over here, buddy. Now, sometimes in the wrestling world, we're sweaty and it's hard to put a sleeper on a man. But I'm perfectly dry now here, and I'm going to put this sleeper on Larry, and then Larry, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to put you out real fast. So if you'll just relax and get ready. Let me show you here, Charlie. When I put my arm around his neck, you'll notice that he's got room to breathe in there.
Right.
I got a bicep on this side of his artery, the forearms on this side of his artery. What you do is use this as a lever. Usually use the right arm as a lever. Some people like to put it behind the head. Personally, I like to get it in front, maybe close their eyes because dizziness occurs a lot sooner. Okay, Larry, you ready? I'm just going to go. Ready?
And Brock is going down. Bob Armstrong with the sleeper. And let's see. He is lifeless. He's out, Bob. He is out. He is out.
He is lifeless. Here's the danger of it, Charlie. If you leave a man out too long, that could cause injury to the brain. What I'm going to do, if you'll get down here with me,
okay,
I'm going to rub his arteries on each side of his neck.
Right.
This is going to flow the blood quickly back to the brain. He'd come around like this, Charlie, but take a while and leave him groggy. And what I'm going to do is raise him up. I got the blood flowing. I'm going to raise him up. Now, what this is for is to shock the system to get the blood going a little quicker. Just a little, that shocks the system.
That
should be all right in just a few minutes.
All right, Larry Brock, wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. Bob Armstrong working again. All right, we'll be right back with more Southeastern Wrestling in just a moment.
Soybean growers, chances are Lexone DF pre-emergence weed killer controls your toughest weed problems, like pigweed, beggarweed, sickle pod, tea-weed, hemp sesbania. Lexone DF, your first line of defense against broadleaf weeds, only from DuPont.
I was delighted to find my bedroom at Haverty's. It's the perfect blend of colonial and country. The rich pine solids and veneers of Burlington, Stratford County are pure colonial, but they're softened with just a hint of country, like the embossed wheat motifs and Pierce brass hardware, just like my grandmother's antique dresser. Only $6.99 for this 4-piece set. The look I want at a price I can afford. That's Haverty's.
It's Haverty's 100th year, a century of value and service.
Oh, my aching back.
The Montgomery Back Pain Clinic is Montgomery's newest clinic specializing in the treatment of lower back pain and sports injuries. I'm Dr. Robert Hollis, clinic director. Our state-of-the-art diagnostic and treatment equipment ensures that you receive the finest care available so you can resume your active lifestyle. Stop by for a free consultation and let us tell you how we can help.
The Montgomery Back Pain Clinic, Carmichael Parkway, across from Montgomery Athletic Club.
8.
12.
18.
23.
Want to bet?
Sure, make it 30. Sizzler is serving all-you-can-eat golden fried shrimp. With a juicy sirloin steak, it's a really big meal at a shrimp of a price. Now, how many crunchy fried shrimp can you eat?
At the steak,
seafood,
salad,
Sizzler.
Don't miss a great lineup of Southeastern Wrestling this Thursday night, the Civic Center here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. And for many of the fans who may not be familiar with our pole battle royal, it's one of the most interesting matches in professional wrestling. About 14 individuals will be in the ring at one time, and it will be an all-against-all situation. The prize in a pole battle royal, in this particular pole battle royal, is $10,000. And now the object of the match is to climb an 18-foot pole that will be attached to the side of the ring. And the first man who can climb that pole, get to the check, come down with it, is the winner of the pole battle royal. Something interesting in other battle royals, it's until the last man is left in the ring. But in a pole battle royal, a man can go for that $10,000 at the top of the pole anytime he feels he can get up there and come down without being pulled down, Pork Chop.
Yes, sir. You know, but there's going to be a lot of people in that ring trying to climb that pole to get that money, you know. But let me tell you one thing, Charlie. I'm going to be in there scuffing, and, brother, I'm going to be trying to climb that pole every chance I get to reach up on the top and get that envelope with the $10,000 in it. That's my point.
Bob? Amen, brother. Everybody's going to be scrambling for that pole. And, Charlie, this year they've added 2 more feet. It's going to be a 20-foot pole, which is going to make it even harder when you reach that last 2 feet to get to that check. One thing about it, everybody's going to be scrambling. That pole is going to get mighty slick from perspiration, people sweating and climbing over that pole. And one thing about it, you have to be eliminated by being thrown over the top. If you're thrown over the top, that's your last chance. You're gone. So there'll be people scrambling, 20 foot a pole, $10,000. It's a dangerous match, but the price at the top and the check is well worth the effort.
And the 3 gentlemen you see with me now, along with Mr. Olympia, somewhat allies in a match like this. When you're fighting someone like the Stud Stable, it have to kind of stick together in the situation.
Well, there's certainly no question about it, Charlie. And, you know, we have somebody else who's involved in this extravaganza. And let's face it, we all know who he is now. It's the Flame. We know what kind of a track record he has. We know how many careers. I'm not talking about just putting somebody out of the wrestling profession for a 2 or 3 week period. I'm talking about careers that this man has brought to an end. Now, something that really hasn't been said here yet, the man has been barred from Australia. He's been barred from Japan. He's been barred from New Zealand. And no telling how many other places. So that's somebody we're going to have to keep our eyes on, because we fully well know if you get hit with a ball of fire that comes out of nowhere and you're hit flush in the face with it, Charlie, you ain't going to be even thinking about no $10,000. You're going to be thinking about one thing: to the hospital as quick as you can get there. So that's something that's kind of haunting right now. It's something that's coming right over the shoulder and haunting us. So we're all geared up for this big extravaganza for $10,000.
Okay, and we've been talking a lot about the stud stable the last few moments, and they will be in this big pole battle royal. Standing by with their comments, Randy Hales.
Boy, are we excited. Are we excited about this great big match, the pole and the $10,000? Who's going to the top?
I am. You know something, Louie? There's two things I'm good at. That's skin and hide, brother, and skin and poles. I'm going to tell you something. You put 14 men in a ring, $10,000 at the top of the pole, stir them up, brother, and you got a heck of a mess and a heck of a fight. Blood, teeth, eyeballs, and skin's going to be flying everywhere, and the stable's going to come out the richest.
That's it. While they're all going to be fighting each other, trying to get out there, we're going to go and get it.
$10,000. Back to Charlie.
The Rat Patrol Incorporated seated with me now, and certainly with 3 members, you stand a good chance in this pole battle royal, and I'm sure there's a lot of strategy going through the minds, and it's been discussed already.
That's right. We've been working on this. We've been out to the local fire station down there climbing the pole, practicing, getting ready. You know, we want that $10,000, and we're going to be in there scratching and biting, doing everything we can to get to the top of that pole to get that $10,000, Charlie.
20 feet's a long way up.
It is a long way, but you know, if one of us does happen to win it, we're going to put that money together and we'll get us a Rat Patrol camper or either some nice Weatherby rifles or Leopold scopes or something for deer season, something like that, you know.
That's exactly right. Steve's got the right idea looking ahead. Let me tell you something, Charlie. 20 feet's a long way up, but it's a short way down when you got 10 grand in your hand.
All right, standing by with the Nightmares and Bill Ash, once again, Randy Hales.
We are looking...
You know, in this match, while those big brontosauruses are going to be bumping into each other, the Professor and the Nightmares are going to use our brains, and we're going to cooperate, and we're going to get it done.
That's right, baby. 3 chances right here. 3 chances. There's a lot of other wrestlers in that ring, but $10,000 means a lot to us, baby. Yes. That's $3,333.33 apiece. Do you understand? And we could use that money.
That. Yeah. That's right. We could use that money, and we're going to get it right there, baby.
Back to Charlie right now.
All right, we talked with a lot of the competitors that will be in the big pole battle royal, $10,000 going to the winning team. And once again, at any time, a man can try to climb that pole and get the $10,000. To be eliminated, he must be thrown over the top rope. Now, here are the comments of King Louie.
The new man in the stud stable is the Flame.
You've got it right. And the Flame, tell them why you're so great.
Because nobody can beat me. It's as simple as that, you know. Modesty forbids me to tell on this program how many people I have put out of wrestling permanently. But, you know, we're talking about 20 feet in the air, $10,000. I have no intentions of climbing up that stupid pole. I have the ability to heat forge steel and make it soft enough where I can shape and mold it. I'll bend that pole down and you can take the money.
You got it.
Back to Charlie.
The annual pole battle royal, $10,000 to the winner in this big event. Okay, we're about ready for our next match to get underway, and Ronnie West has come out, and how's Larry Brock?
I'll tell you what, Charlie, Larry's still real dizzy from the sleeper, so I guess I'm going to start a little bit early, so I'm going to get the next few matches.
All right, thank you very much. Ronnie West will be filling in for Larry Brock. He is okay in the back, just a little dizzy from that sleeper demonstration a moment ago by Bob Armstrong. So let's go back to the ring right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit, 1 fall, 10. Introducing first from Georgia, Tommy Crosby.
Sounds we're ready for action. Ronnie West stepping in for Larry Brock, taking the remaining matches on today's program. Coming up in select arenas in the southeastern area, of course, it's the April Alabama Adventure. And we surely do not want you to miss that, coming to selected arenas in the southeastern area. Also, coming up will be a big tournament for 2 Bronco 2s to be given away. Tag team one-night round robin. Oh, Crosby caught with that backbreaker by the Lord Humongous. Here's a man you're familiar with.
Sure am. He is one of the toughest wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. Very huge. And look at him. Has him high in the air. Presses him up. Referee Ron Witt with the count, and he slams him down. This Humongous is something else, Charlie, as he goes in, drops the leg. Man alive, let me tell you something. I feel sorry for Tommy Crosby, but Humongous is still continuing to pound on him.
There he goes with his Shinonamaki, which is a version of a sleeper hold, a lot different from that Bob Armstrong demonstrated earlier. I don't know what the exact differences are, but he is, oh, look at that, he is out. He is out of it. The match is over. King Louie up on the ring apron now to direct his man, the Humongous. And there you see the winner of the match, the Lord Humongous, with his manager, King Louie Tillet. And we'd like to ask the Southeastern Tag Team Champions to come out and join us right now, the Nightmares. And we have, they are continuing to hold on to those Southeastern Tag Team titles.
Great shout out our presence. Well, welcome you to the show, pal. As we're getting here, I want everybody to know, did you hear we come out the big ovation we got for your Southeastern champions? Now, let's go to the tape and watch a match of how we challenge these guys and we beat their brains out, and watch how they cheat. Look at them. Right there, switching without the benefit of a tag. That right there is an illegal move. No, sir, we never disobey the referee. We never cheat. Right there, you saw a blatant, outright cheat. They did not make a legal tag. The referee did not see it. And hey, that is not fair. That is being prejudiced against us. And the people are all sitting there saying, yeah, they tag, yeah, they tag. And we got it right here on tape. They did not tag. It shows what we said all along. They're cheaters, thieves, and liars. Now, watch it. Now, watch him now. I know he's thinking of something. Now, look. Now, he hooked his foot. There he goes. He was out drinking last night, hooked his foot on the rope, and fell. Oh, come on. Come on. That's what you saw. I could smell the alcohol on him. Charlie, you know Johnny Rich has a long history of being an alcoholic. That's right. He does. That's right. They sent him to Lakeside for 3 months, and it still didn't cure him. Look, he can't even stand up. He's drunk as he can be right there in the ring.
You know, I think that your plan somewhat backfired that you might have had on attack on the Rat Patrol with the use of your newfound friend, Mr. Bill Ash.
What do you mean, Bill Ash? He come out there to say hello to us, see what was happening, and this idiot come over there and tripped and fell. He can't even walk on his own 2 feet. He fell down.
That's not the way we saw it.
The way you saw it, hey, you heard an interviewer interrupt. You saw a perfect example of how to take a man down right there. My partner took him down. That was a legal move. Everybody knows that we are the greatest wrestlers that have ever put on a pair of wrestling boots, baby. And look, he's got my trunks. He's holding his tights. Got the tights. Everybody can see it. The Rat Patrol are just blatant liars and always cheat. You understand? They always cheat. And look at that Armstrong over. He learned how to cheat from his old daddy. Now look at him. Look at him using his fist. There he goes. He can't be doing that. Look at this fist. Look at him knocking down the fist. That's illegal, and you know it. Look at him.
Looks like a very...
Got something in that hand, got it taped up, and got something in it. Got something in it. Look at him. There's no way to look right there. Right there. He's holding my tights again. Holding the tights. I'm telling you, right there, the man that's holding my tights, there is no way we can come out here and defend these titles right here unless they're going to wrestle us fair and square. Now, they're not going to do it because they were taught to cheat.
You could have had at least a 10 count on that right now. And what happened there?
The man throwed him off the top rope. The man threw me off the top rope. He was trying to throw me over the top, onto the floor, and I was smart enough and moved right in. Yeah, we'll be right back.
The Optical, a family tradition of quality eyewear, offers you half prices on all in-stock frames with the purchase of prescription lenses. Faceted glasses and designer frames by Burdell, Avant-Garde, Tura, and Ray-Ban by Bosch & Lomb. The Optical offers a 1-year warranty on most frames and a 10% discount for senior citizens. Visa, MasterCard, and Medicaid accepted. Layaway is available. Prompt service, and in most cases, your glasses are ready within 2 days. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. Designer frames at The Optical, 10 South Perry Street, a family tradition of quality eyewear.
Are you looking for a new TV or stereo but don't want to spend all your money? Hey, keep your cash in your pocket and come on down to Allrenco. We rent-to-own name-brand color TVs, Zenith, Sharp, Quasar, and stereos, Fisher, Pilot, JVC for low weekly or monthly rates. Best of all, there are no credit checks, no large down payment, no long-term obligation. Call today, get it today, and rent-to-own without a loan.
You can rent what you need at Allrenco. The only way to go. We love catfish from church. It's delicious. It's southern fried catfish. Farm raised and grain fed from Church's fried chicken. We love it. It's catfish delicious at Church's. Church's dipped in seasoned cornmeal, then fried gold. Food tastes fresh, not fishy. It's catfish at Church's. We love catfish from Church's fried chicken.
New southern fried catfish. It's farm raised and grain fed.
Catfish from Church's.
Hey, you know the pros at Petaway Auto Center and Transmission Repair? They're offering a lifetime warranty on their muffler and tailpipe. That's right, and at a price below what you would pay to install it yourself. So if you're thinking of muffler or complete exhaust repair, why don't you say this? Tailpipe means Petaway. If the pros at Petaway can't fix it, nobody can. I mean, nobody. That's Petaway Auto Center and Transmission Repairs, 2465 Lower Tonka Road, upon 262-4764. That's 262-4764. MasterCard and Visa accepted.
Don't miss a great lineup of Southeastern Wrestling this Thursday night. The Civic Center here in Montgomery. Match time is 8 o'clock, headlined by the $10,000 pole battle royal. Also in other action, you'll see tornado tag action as the Rat Patrol takes on the Nightmares. And U.S. Junior title action, no disqualification. Bill Ash against the Rat Patrol. Before we talk to the Rat Patrol, some comments from Mr. Ash and the Nightmares. And standing by in another studio, Randy Hales.
Thank you very much, Charlie. One of the biggest cards ever. Thursday night in Montgomery, a pole battle royal, $10,000 to the winner. U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion with us.
It's a big card. One of the reasons why is because I'm on it with my belt. Yes, and I got a no DQ match. You know what that means? Anything goes, anything can happen. You thought that hand was broke before. How would you like to have a matching hand? Just a little tidbit for you to think about so you can ponder on it and climb in that ring.
Let's bring in the Southeastern Tag Team Champions.
Right, baby. Southeastern Tag Champions, that's right. And we ain't got no title shot. It's a tornado match. And then after that tornado match, brother, we got that battle royal. They'll never make it because we're going to hit them not like a tornado, but like a hurricane. That's us, and then we're going to get that 10 grand, and we're 5 grand apiece richer, aren't we, baby?
Thursday night, let's go back to Charlie right now.
Scott, no disqualification.
That's it. No DQ, Mr. Ash. First match of the evening is going to be me and you, brother, and I'm going to be coming at you 110%. You can count on that. You've made a few comments about how matching broke can. Well, brother, you can't grab and knock what you can't see. The only time you'll be seeing my hands when it's dotting you all around your eye. And then at the end of the evening, we're all going to get in there for the 10 grand in that pole battle royal, Charlie.
Tornado tag rules, Johnny.
That's right, Charlie. No disqualification. Boys, we're going to give you back a little bit of what you've been dishing out and see how you like that. And at the end, Charlie, we got 3 members in that pole battle royal, 3 chances to win $10,000, and we're going to do our best to do that right there Thursday night in Montgomery.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 fall 10 minute time limit, 1 fall 10.
And Cash making their way into the ring, being attacked by, whoa! Idol slams him wide, about 400 pounds. All right, that wrapped that up. Idol and Cash defeating the Blues Brothers on television. 740 pounds of them in near record time. And we'll be back with more Southeastern Television Wrestling in just a moment.
Furniture Town, located at 135 Dexter Avenue in downtown Montgomery, wants you to know that we've got a plan for you. Bad credit? Don't worry. If you have an income, Furniture Town won't turn you down. We do our own financing. You buy at Furniture Town and you pay at Furniture Town. With a down payment, you get easy terms and free delivery. No credit hassles. We won't turn you down. Visit Furniture Town at 135 Dexter Avenue in downtown Montgomery or call 262-5711.
Have you heard the new talk at Showbiz? They say that Showbiz has got a talking robotic bear.
Hi, Megan.
They say he's just nuts and bolts, but hey, there's something else there.
Hi, Billy Bob.
He'll chat with you, he'll answer to. This bear really cares.
I came to visit you.
Ah, I'm embarrassed.
And your showbiz pizza place. America's #1 family fun.
If you need a home for your family, you may qualify for an FHA 265 loan. The payments are based on your income. Unbelievable, but true. Payments start at only $199 a month for a 3-bedroom Turner home with efficient gas heat and cooking. Only a few loans are available nationwide. Our agents are standing by 24 hours a day to help you. Call Turner Homes, 265-9700. Call now before the money runs out.
Welcome to Carriage House Interiors. Beautiful furniture and accessories are always on display here. But there is something more available at Carriage House. That something is service. Here at our decorating center, let one of our talented designers help you choose the right wallpaper, drapery, carpeting, and furniture for your home or office.
All over Alabama, the design staff at Carriage House is ever at work for their customer. For effective and exciting service, call 277-0980 today.
Southeastern Championship Wrestling on Thursday night in Montgomery, Alabama at the Civic Center. Match time 8 o'clock, headlined by the big pole battle royal. U.S. Junior title match. No disqualification. The Rat Patrol against Bill Ash. Tornado tag team rules as the Rat Patrol Incorporated takes on the Nightmares. Special challenge event. Mr. Olympia goes against the Flame. 6-man Texas death match. Falls do not count as Austin Idol, Pork Chop Cash, and Bob Armstrong go against Jimmy Golden, the Lord Humongous, and Boomer H. Lynch. Then, the big $10,000 pole battle royal. It all takes place Thursday night, Montgomery, the Civic Center at 8 o'clock. A great lineup this coming Thursday night in Montgomery, headlined, of course, by the pole battle royal, $10,000 going to the man who can climb that pole and come down with a check. With me now, Austin Idol, Pork Chop Cash, and Bob Armstrong. They've got a 6-man Texas death match tag match with Jimmy Golden, the Lord Humongous, and Boomer Lynch. And standing by with their comments, Randy Hales.
What a card. Thursday night in Montgomery with me, the Studs Army and King.
Can you imagine that, getting into a Texas death match right before this big battle royal? Huh? You know what's going to happen in that battle royal? We're going to have 5 people, a whole bunch of people going in it, but only 5 coming out of it, right?
Easy, easy. It'll be easy $10,000 for a stud stable. Bob Armstrong won't be there. Pork Chop Cash won't be there. Austin Idol won't be there. They'll be finished.
The Olympia won't be there. So, man, 5
Why
of
don't
us
they
will
just
walk
give
out.
us the money, Louie?
It would be a lot easier.
Sure easier. Lot easier.
Super night, Thursday night. Wrestling action coming up in Montgomery. A pole battle royal, $10,000 to the winner of the sensational battle royal. Plus the tornado team match and a lot of other great wrestling action.
And I'm sure the gentleman seated with me now have some different comments.
You know the thing, Charlie? I think that Boomer Lynch, I think something wrong with him because he's always scratching, you know? But let me tell you one thing, Boomer. Brother, you're going to be scratching and digging and everything. You think you're going to win that $10,000, brother. You got another thing coming because myself, Austin Idol, and Bullet Bob, brother, we're going to be in there just like a bullet. What do you say about it, Austin?
There's no question about it. You know, Charlie, $10,000 is a lot of money in anybody's book, right, Bullet? We got a Texas death match. Anything can happen. Very possibly, not all 6 men may even be in that 10,000 pole battle royal. But you know what it comes down to? You got to push a little bit harder. You got to be a little bit smarter. You got to move a little bit faster. And you got to know what you're after. We'll climb a pole if we want to for 10 grand. We'll climb the Eiffel Tower for 10 grand. We'll swim the English Channel for 10 grand. We'll do whatever we have to do Thursday night for 10 grand.
Well, a lot of excitement in the closing moments of Southeastern Wrestling. Let's take a look at the I know it has to be a record win and tag team competition on today's program with Austin Idol and Pork Chop Cash just moments ago defeating the team of the Bruise Brothers out of Chicago. And let's take a look at slow motion at this match that was in record time. There you see the Bruise Brothers going after Idol and Cash as they step in the ring. Watch this. Austin Idol pounding away at one of the Bruise Brothers, and watch this. 400 pounds up and body slam right in the center of the ring. The Universal Heartthrob, Pork Chop Cash, on fire today, and with all the big money to be won this week in the arena with these special events, Alabama Wrestling Spectacular for the month of April going on right this week in the Southeastern area. You can see why they're so fired up. And there you see a record win. That was in slow motion, too, for the team of the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, and Pork Chop Cash. We've seen a lot of great action here on television today. And I'd like to personally thank Randy Hales out of Memphis, Tennessee, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Let me tell you this. Southeastern Championship Wrestling is great.
Appreciate it, and get to the arena. A lot of big prizes this week. We'll see you next week here on television.